Welcome to the very first trade replay I've done. Welcome to Coop's Trading Corner. What we're going to go over today is a trade that I took on last night. Yesterday, last night, whatever you want to call it, which would have been April 22nd. It is an NQ trade. As you can see, I'm going to be bouncing around between the 1 hour, the 15, and the 5. All of those are important to me because the 1 hour gives me the overall sentiment of what may be going on. The 15-minute is primarily what I use to actually somewhat more or less enter the trade. 5 minute just is something that I tend to look at to see about potentially exiting a trade, but I really don't need the 5 minute truly because I ultimately trade the inside bar strategy. So with that, your stop loss and your take profit is already implemented in that. I also use the 5 and 9 EMA. So that will also be my support and resistance sometimes while in trades. So we're going to fast forward a little bit through some of these trades and we're going to wait on those entries. And as you can see, we're fast forwarding right now. But we're going to go ahead and get through some of those trades and wait for this candle right here on the 15 to break below. And once it breaks below, then we will enter in for a sell because like I said, the hour is already telling us, okay, it's going down. So now we just have to wait for it to actually go down. So let's watch and wait. All right, so this is around the point of where it's about to, you see, I get ready to go ahead and hit that sell button because it's about to break below and I want to get in right when it do and boom. And just like that, we're in. And so as you can see, it's already putting me in profit. And soon I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my, there we go, my take profits, or not my take profit, but the stop loss. And you see, I entered off of the 15-minute. And now with these trades, you won't always go straight into profit. You almost never do, but if you do, you just do. But the thing about it is you have to trade the trade. So you want to stay in it long enough for the trade to actually work and reach your TP1 or possibly two. Well, for this one, I only had one um, contract, so I couldn't wait for TP2. Um, or maybe I could have, who knows? But I definitely had to wait it out. It was so many times throughout this, you'll see me where I'm ready to just exit trade because I'm longing to make sure I finish with a profit. I don't like red days. I understand red days happen. And the trade before this, I had traded gold, did great on it, but I did not record it. So I definitely had to go back in. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to make sure I had some content for y'all so that you can see it and see how I initiated my trade. And this is ultimately what you see. And so I took another trade. Why not? So, and that is what you're going to watch right here. here in this trade, well, at this point in this trade, I started to get a little weary. Because if you can see, I was up quite a bit initially, and now I'm only at the $45. And so, like I said, I want to close with profit. But this is where you have to trade the trade. That that might be the slogan for this channel. Trade the trade. You have to see it through. You've done everything that is necessary for you to see the trade and enter the trade. So just trade the trade. So then, if you see right now, I'm on the five and I'm checking it out saying, okay, well, the five is below on the 5 minute chart is below both five. I mean, yeah, the five EMA and the nine EMA. So as long as on the five, it doesn't close above or yeah, in this case, it doesn't close above the five or nine EMA. Well, both EMAs it would have to close above, and then that would signal, okay, it's time for me to go ahead and get out. So that's primarily what I was using the 5 minute chart for on this particular trade. But and then you see it goes down even more in the way in the direction that I'm looking for. Y'all see that big candle right there? Well, this is on the five, so it's not super literal, super big. But that candle is what would make me get out if I don't trade the trade. But you have to control your emotions and trade the trade. Look, I go and look at the 15. I say, okay, well, it's still below the 5 and 9 also. But like I said previously, in that five on the 5 minute, it still was below the 5 and 9 EMA. So as long as it does not close, even though I entered this trade off of the 15-minute chart, I can still do, if I decide to, I can still look at the five to say, okay, well, we may be needing to exit around here. But at the end of the day, you still have to trade the trade, which would mean stay in it is either TP1 or stop loss. And now keep in mind, once I reach my TP1, I will then move my TP down to well, I move my stop loss down to break even so that I'll even make something or make nothing. But look at right here, we're up 120-ish, but just previously it was up $45, and then it was, I don't know, maybe $200. These are the moments that define you as a trader. You can either say you weak, and I don't mean a weak person. I mean like you can't stomach it. It's not for you. Like I was just up, now I'm down, now I'm back up. So now it's like, okay, I really want to take this profit, but you have to see it through. You took the trade for a reason. Trade the trade. Trade the trade. That's it. That's all. No in between. You see, I started feeling myself right here because I'm aware that I'm trading. Well, I'm recording my trade, so I'm like, oh, well, we need to start adding some stuff. Let's go ahead and add the TP1 is. And then I'm gonna go in and add TP2. I'm just really doing this, one, to distract myself. Two, because I know I'm recording it, and when I post it, I want you all to be able to see it. But I had never done that before. I really like I know where TP1 is because I set it on the chart, and then from there I'll move it down. But as far as putting a graph up, not a graph, but the line to show where it at and adding the text, never. I've never done that. I have never, ever, ever done that. And so, just like I've spoken about previously, you see where I hit where we already came down and hit TP1. So then I went ahead and brought my stop loss down to where TP1, or I mean to where the break even is. So that worst case scenario, I don't lose anything. I don't make anything, but I don't lose anything. I guess that's okay, but I really rather make money always. Now I understand that you could say, well, at least I didn't lose, but you didn't win either. So I'd rather walk away with something. And here's another moment where I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Why is it going against me? You see, it just hit TP1. So it's like, dang, I probably should have just took TP1. But no, I gotta trade the trade. Really, that's going beyond trading the trade, honestly, because it hit your profit. But I didn't have the candle, I didn't have the take profit down there to go ahead and just stop me out at TP1. So that's why I'm still in the trade. So now you can only imagine what's going through my mind right now. I'm like, man, I probably should have been got out of this trade. I don't know why I'm still in this trade, but you got to trade the trade. And I definitely was really ready to go ahead and just get this trade over with because at that point, I'm like, it's definitely about to go back up. But if it hit it once, it can hit it twice. So we sit and ride that wave and look at the 1 hour. It's definitely going down. So that's my reassurance right there. But it is 100% nerve wracking. can see that, y'all, we stayed locked in. Staying locked in and trading the trade. What, 5 something? I couldn't take it anymore. Go ahead, get me out of there. And there you have it. That's the trade.